Hey gang, AB here. Welcome to my review of the Fortnite Inferno figure. Here he is in the packaging. As you can see, he has a modest assortment of accessories. Just basically his harvesting tool, which kind of looks like a scythe or a sickle or whatever you want to call it, and a figure base, which doubles as a building material. But anyhow, he's basically like a fiery guy in a business suit. So what's not to like? Kind of cool. This is a Jazzwares figure. That's the company that makes these figures. Here's the back of the packaging, which shows a couple other figures available in this wave. Another product shot there, or I'm sorry, artwork there. And not much going on the bottom. And that's about it. So let me open this up and we'll have a look at the figure inside. As I said in my AIM review, I'm not a big Fortnite fan. I've never played the game, quite frankly. But there aren't very many 1/18th scale figures available at retail. And I'd be lying if I said that some of these didn't look pretty cool, this guy included. So I do have a couple in my collection, and I like the price point on these things too. They're like around 12 bucks, if not cheaper than that. I actually got this guy cheaper. There was a sale and I had a gift card, so it was a win-win. Really can't complain. And he looks pretty cool, so let's get him out and see what he's all about. Alright. First and foremost, we're going to have a look at the accessories. And we'll start with his harvesting tool, which is pretty cool, actually. I could definitely see myself using this. Maybe not with this particular figure, but I could definitely see myself using this. I like this. It's got a very nice design on there. Even the color scheme on it is pretty cool. It's not quite as over the top as some of the other accessories you usually get with these figures. So this thing is a plus. I do like that. I also like the display case it comes with. I haven't personally used these in any of my displays yet, but I do see the potential here. And with the character builder kit and the handful of figures I have so far, I'm getting quite a collection of these, so I will be able to build structures with them soon. And this is a nice brick motif. Actually, I can compare this to the ones in the background, which are 1/18th as well. The bricks are a little bit of a smaller pattern, but pretty cool. I like it. And this is a figure stand too. It has a single foot peg there. It has 2 male and 2 female ends, so you can connect these to other pieces as well. And that's about it for that. Let's get to the figure himself. Get that out of the way. Have a look at some of his detail. He has soft, pliable plastic for his flames on his head here. Same with this suit. It's a separate jacket. That's nice. I do like that. Overall, very cool looking figure. I won't lie. A couple months ago, I think I saw pictures on one of the Facebook groups of somebody using this guy, popping his head off and putting Gamora's head from the boss fight series on top of this body, and it looked pretty badass, which is definitely something I would consider doing myself. I may give that a shot in the future and see how that turns out. But I like him. He's very cool, well designed, and unlike some other figures that wear business suits, this guy's suit seems to fit pretty well. Doesn't have too much of the overhang at the shoulders that you sometimes see, especially when you have a separate coat piece They designed this guy very well, I think. Alright, so let's get on to his articulation. First and foremost, he's got a ball joint at the head, which allows this head to do a full 360. Nothing really down or up because of the sculpt of the head, however. I mean, all he's got is basically a swivel there. Arms do a full 360. They go up very far. Very nice. There's nothing at the bicep. His elbows can bend 90 degrees. They swivel at the elbow. Could do a full 360, but only at an angle because of the shape of the elbow itself. His wrists swivel 360 degrees. They angle, looks like they angle up and down. It's just very stiff on this guy. Gotta crack that joint loose. There we go. So he does have a wrist articulation there. He has an ab crunch right below the rib cage. Good range of motion there. He has a swivel at the waist. Full 360 there. His legs can go up. They can go back. They can go out. They have a full 360 degree swivel at the top of the thigh. His knees bend back, double jointed, bend his heel back about that far. His ankles do a full 360, and I believe there is a hinge there. It's just frozen. Give me 1 second. Yep, I have to work it loose there. But yeah, he does have a hinge there, so he can point his toes up and back. So very cool. Very good articulation on these guys, and the overall design of this guy is very good too. I'm pretty impressed with him. I wouldn't even have to really do very much in the form of repainting either to use him as the body for one of those boss fight demons. So that's very cool. Let me angle the camera down. See if I can bring him in a little bit closer too, so we can do our size comparisons. Here he is next to a 3 3/4 inch vintage G.I. Joe figure. I will say this, Inferno seems to be a little bit on the shorter side. He's not quite 3 3/4 inch. He is definitely in the 4-inch class, but he is on the shorter side of the 4-inch class, as you can see. Here he is next to a modern G.I. Joe figure. And he measures up quite closely. Here he is next to a Bio Blue Boss Fight Blank. And finally, here he is next to a Marvel Universe Captain America. Who stands pretty tall, frankly. Alright, so very cool. I am pretty impressed with this guy. I like his paint scheme. I think his articulation is very good. He actually has slightly better range of motion than the boss fight figures, which is impressive if you consider the upper thigh swivel. I think he looks cool as is. I think he's got a lot of potential for a custom, or even just a random head swap with one of those demons, as I've mentioned. I like his accessories, as basic as they are. I think they're appropriate and can be used with other figures as well. And I really like them. So anyway, this has been AV. This has been my review of the Fortnite Inferno figure. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.